In this video, we're going to be looking over this Fuji DL-150 35mm film camera. And this is a real simple, easy to use camera. I'm going to go through showing how it works and how you use it here, just mainly to show that this particular camera, which is for sale, works, but also for people who might find one of these and wonder something about how it works. I'll go through that. So what we have for the testing is a couple of AA batteries, a scrap roll of film, and so let's get started. First thing we're going to do is open the battery compartment. That's this little door right here. We can pull that out and that'll swing out like that. And the first thing we want to inspect here is this battery door is nice and clean. It's also clean down inside. It's hard to show that on video, but it is. And that's really important because cameras that use AA batteries were often put away with batteries in them, and they sat for years, and the batteries leaked and created a big mess. The other thing to look for is the little catch here. It has to be intact to hook onto here to hold the battery door shut properly. That's another thing that often breaks on cameras like this. So that was in good shape. To open the lens, we just flip this little lever so we can see how that works. And now to load film in this camera, this is what they call a drop load camera. So on the back, we're going to lift this little latch upward, and the back pops out but doesn't pop open all the way. You can see here now there's room to drop the cassette in here and feed the tail over here like that. So that's what we'll do. I've got a scrap roll of film and we've got the tail pulled out about that far. So we're just going to, hard to do that here with on video here. Okay, there's the tail in there, and so now we can push that closed. And now this shows up starting on S, that's for starting, and we have to advance that up to picture number 1, and it automatically goes through and winds enough in so that a 1 shows right there. So now what we can do is we can take pictures. I'm just going to point this off here at some distant object over here, and we'll just see, watch the lens move to focus, and it did, and it wound to the next picture. Here we're seeing that it's a little dot after the 1, so that's the second picture. We'll try that again. Wound again. Now it's at the third position. And now let's try shutting off the lights here. It's going to get kind of dark here until my camera adjusts for the light conditions. And now when it's dark like this, the flash should fire. And one thing we can look at is here. Okay, there's no red in the window there, so it should be ready. So let's go ahead with that. Certainly did flash. Now if I try to flash it again too soon, so the red shows up there saying it's not ready, but now it is all ready again, so we'll try it again. And it worked. And there isn't a whole lot more to show other than that. This camera doesn't have a lot of features, and so all I'm going to do at this point is use up the rest of the pictures that are on this short test roll that I've got here. Okay, there it reached the end, and now we hear it winding back, and we can see the film counter winding back toward the start here. 4, and there's the 1, and it's going to go all the way to the S. You hear it break free, and it winds enough to just make sure it's fine. Then when we open up the back by pushing that up, the cartridge drops out, the film is all wound inside, and it's all done. So as we look at this camera, I mean, the back snaps shut properly. It's got a nice nice strap, and the lens looked good. I looked at it closely, and the lens cover works. The battery compartment is nice and clean. I'm going to take these batteries out since they're not included, but Again, very important on a camera that uses AA batteries is make sure the battery compartment is clean, and this one is very nice. Clearly there was never any battery leakage in this one. So that's a quick look at the Fuji DL-150 fully automatic camera, and it actually has a prime f3.5 35mm lens. There's no zooming or anything. You just have to look in here in the viewfinder and get what you want in the picture. Step forward, step back to compose your picture, press the button, and that's pretty much it. So if you're looking for one of these, here's a nice one. If you have one, now you've just seen how it works.